and welcome back to the Aligned Actor Podcast. I'm Amy Schloerb, your friendly neighborhood actor buddy, your pal, ready to help you thrive as an actor and live your full actor life. I am also a mindfulness and mindset coach, so I know a thing or two about helping us thrive mentally and emotionally, and I have tons of ideas and inspirations, practical tools, and things that we can do and implement in our lives so that we can live full, wonderful actor lives, despite what the entertainment industry might try to throw at us, despite all of the roller coaster ride of actorness that we find ourselves on, all the ups and downs, all the twists and turns. You never know what's coming next. Sometimes there are jump scares. They come out of nowhere, and that's why they're called jump scares. We're here to talk about the stuff that matters, and we are here to help us all live full, wonderful, thriving actor lives. So last week we talked about letting yourself want to book the role, because chances are you want to book that role. You're an actor, so of course you would have a very basic desire to book a role when an audition comes in. And I talked about how acknowledging your want can actually help you stay focused on what your character wants. Because you have these two things and you say, hey, this is here and this is here. And I know that they're both here. And then I'm going to use mindfulness to be able to stay focused on the want that matters right now in this audition, which is what the character wants. And so often as actors, we are instructed to not think about booking, not want to book. Don't think about booking. Don't think about doing a good job. Don't think about what casting wants. But if I tell you, don't think about an elephant, what's the only thing you're thinking about? But no. Stop thinking about the elephant. Don't think about the elephant. Let go of the elephant. You're probably not going to book the elephant anyway. And now all you can think about is the damn elephant. You're seeing its big ears and its floppy trunk and its cute little swishy tail. And today, what I want us to practice is, oh look, there's an elephant. I see it. It's right there. And it makes sense that it would exist in this space, in this time, because yes, it's there. And it makes sense in this context. And, oh look, there's what my character wants. Both of these things exist in this time and space, and it makes sense that they both exist in this time and space because I'm doing an audition. But now, instead of just looking at the elephant and staring at the elephant constantly, I'm going to train myself to focus on what my character wants. The elephant's still there. It's okay that the elephant is still there. I like the elephant. It's a nice looking elephant. Good for you. You stay over there, elephant. I'm staying here with what my character wants. Something like that. Because both the actor want, what we want as an actor, and what our character wants, they both exist in our present moment. And then through mindfulness, we can acknowledge our want, that elephant that's there, without resisting it and without attaching to it. So we're not going to go jump on top of the elephant and ride it around. We're going to let it be where it is in nature, doing its own elephant things. And we're going to stay with what our character wants. That acknowledging non-attached space of, hey, there's the elephant, let's let it stay over there, but it can roam around and eat grass. I don't know what elephants eat. That space of non-attachment, it frees us up to more easily focus on the character want. So that's what we're going to practice this week. I have a guided audio that is going to help you get out of your head, stop focusing purely on the elephant. You're going to acknowledge the elephant, that the elephant is there, but you're going to stay focused cleanly and directly on what your character wants. Okay, so to make the most of this audio that I have for you today, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a scene because you got to be doing the acting thing. And this could be any kind of scene. This could be an actual audition scene where that elephant is actually the elephant of, I want to book this job. Or it could be a class scene where the elephant might be, I want to impress my teacher, or I want to deepen my craft in this specific way. Or it could be something for self-tape May, where you're like, I want to get as many likes and comments about I'm good at this type of thing. I don't know what you want, but you need to know and think about, what do you want as an actor? And just acknowledge that, right? We're just acknowledging it. We're letting it be okay that as an actor, we want certain things that are different from what our character wants. So then for this scene, you also have to know what your character wants. You have to do your basic actor prep work. So once you've done all that standard basic actor prep work, what does my character want? What's going on for them in this scene? What's at stake for them if they don't get what they want? Stuff like that. You can then use this audio to help you get present and stay focused on the character want rather than the elephant want. I hope this analogy is making sense. I hope you all like elephants. Now, I originally wrote this audio with auditions in mind. So the actor want, the elephant in this audio, is we're acknowledging wanting to book the job. So, but if you're using it for classwork, if you're using it for self-tape May, if you're using it for some scene you've already booked, like I said, adjust your want accordingly so that you can suit those circumstances. Just go ahead and think about, what do you want as an actor? Now, you probably haven't thought about that in a while or it's subconscious, right? You know, like subconsciously, like, I want to book this. I want to book this sucker. But you haven't let yourself acknowledge it. So go ahead and do that little bit of work of like, okay, what do I want in doing this scene as an actor? And then also for your actual acting prep work, well, what does my character want? Because those two things are different. Obviously, we've been talking about this ad nauseum. And again, it's okay to want anything that you want as an actor. You're a human being. You're allowed to want whatever you want. And I promise you are not egotistical. You are not self-centered. You are not narcissistic. Even if what you want is related to like the end product of that scene, that tape, that audition, that, whatever that work is. Even if what you want is, wanting other people to respond positively to your work. Even if what you want is, hey, nice job. That was good work. It's okay to want that. And the less time you spend resisting that want, making that want feel shameful or bad or mean something bad about you as an actor, the easier it's going to be to just feel comfortable in being an actor, and also to stay focused on the work at hand, what the actual want of your character in the scene and the work that they're doing in the scene to get what they want. You're a human. You care about your work. You want to do your job well. So those human actor wants, that elephant is as much a part of your present moment of doing that scene as your character want. And now what we get to do is practice staying focused on what the character wants, because that's what serves us best in that moment. And that's honestly what's going to help us get the elephant want, most likely. Because again, unless you're playing an actor, filming a scene of some kind, your character probably is not thinking about this moment that they're in and what it looks like to an audience. They're not thinking about, hey, is this moment where I'm explaining my symptoms to the ER doctor gonna get me a job? No, they want to explain their symptoms to the ER doctor so that they can get help and get out of pain or get out of misery or whatever it is that's causing, they want to live, they want to have health again, right? You get it. So we're going to practice. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes I put the audio actually in the podcast. I chose not to do that today. Scandalous. I'm going to make you actually go over to my Substack and access it there, because that way we can keep talking about other stuff and the podcast doesn't get too long, because you know me, I like to ramble and go off on tangents and say lots of stuff. So we're not going to actually practice it here live on the podcast. If you're finding this video on YouTube, or if you're just watching it on Substack, you got to scroll down a little bit, do a little bit of work with your finger to get to where the audio is and listen to that after we finish up what we're doing here. Or if you're getting this on YouTube or a podcast platform of some kind, I will make sure that a link to the Substack article is in that show notes, description, whatever, so that you can easily get over here and be on Substack with me right now, so that you can find this clip. It looks like a little embedded audio clip, and it's 8 minutes and 13 seconds long, and it's pretty awesome. And if you want to be able to download a copy of it, I have a link on the Substack for you to be able to do that as well. So you can do that too if you want to. And I want you to put this into good use in your actor life. And I have a great idea for how you can start putting it to good use in your actor life. I want you to start practicing with it for Self-Tape May, if you're participating in Self-Tape May. And if you're not participating in Self-Tape May, you should be participating in Self-Tape May. Not should. You could participate in Self-Tape May if you're an actor. For those of you who aren't familiar with Self-Tape May, it is a completely free challenge that was created by Audrey Moore of the Audrey Helps Actors podcast. That is a fantastic podcast for actors. It's great. It's lovely. I can't say enough good things about it. And you should check that out. And also, I put a link in the Substack article for where you can find the Self-Tape May challenge. I'll link up to her podcast. She's great. Go. If you don't know Audrey already, go be introduced to Audrey and bask in her greatness. So now the self-tape part, for those who aren't familiar, refers to the self-tape part of Self-Tape May, refers to the self-recorded auditions that TV and film actors, particularly in the United States, although I don't know, it might be international at this point too. I would guess. I'm not 100% sure on that though. So anyway, it's these recorded auditions that we send to casting directors to book jobs, get work. And the challenge of Self-Tape May was born out of the goal of improving that particular skill set. So being able to put up a camera, a backdrop, lights, film yourself, figure out your eye line with your reader, get all that technical stuff going, and then actually free yourself up to act and be in the scene and do all the stuff that you do. So it was about creating a regular, sustainable, practice of that particular skill set. But the bigger sort of goal of the whole thing, I think, is just a regular, sustainable acting practice and audition practice and skill practice, kind of anything. So depending on your market, depending on the type of acting that you engage in most frequently, you could practice, you don't have to tape everything. If that doesn't work for wherever you are in your career or for what you do as an actor, you could do a bunch of voiceovers. You could do just monologues to your cat. It doesn't have to necessarily be taped. The whole point is to be practicing your craft regularly. Now, if you want to participate in the challenge, there are specific rules around, like, it does have to be taped, it has to be uploaded to Instagram, you have to use a hashtag. If any of the material has not aired yet, you have to mute it. That's a big one. All the rules are on the website for Self-Tape May. I think it's selftapemay.net. And again, I have it linked in the Substack article, and you can go and find out more there. But additionally, that was kind of a big caveat, or big tangent on Self-Tape May itself, just in case anybody didn't know about it. Additionally, as part of your Self-Tape May, you can also be practicing all the wonderful, beautiful mindfulness and mindset stuff that I talk about week after week after week after week here on this Substack and on Instagram and anywhere else that anybody will listen to me. So the ideas here that we go over and over again about, the stuff that's going to support your full actor life. So, for example, you can practice with the audio that I gave you in the Substack this week so that you can feel more comfortable acknowledging the elephant, acknowledging your desire to book, and then noticing, ooh, I'm really fixated on that elephant, but I'm gonna make myself focus over here mindfully using all of the notice and then refocus techniques that we employ in mindfulness in general. So you can use that audio before every self-tape that you do, or maybe you just use it before, if you're doing a bunch in a day, maybe you use it once and then you're like, okay, I get it. I remember the basics here. I know what I need to be doing. And then it helps you with the rest of them. I also think it'd be great to practice finding 3 to 5 moments that you like in each tape that you make for Self-Tape May, so that you're training your inner biggest fan. We talked about that biggest fan energy in a previous Substack. And the idea of making that one louder, that voice in your head louder, that positive voice in your head louder than your inner critic, because your inner critic has a lot of opinions that honestly, it should just keep to itself. Because your inner monologue plays a really crucial role in your motivation and your confidence and your general mindset. So be practicing, hey, I just did this tape. I really like that moment. I really like how I did that. I really liked that I was playful and carefree and that moment was completely surprising. I really like that. So practice finding things that you like in each tape so that you amp up the voice of your inner biggest fan and you quiet down that inner critic that needs to just sit down in the corner and shut up. Also, let's see here. Oh yeah, okay. I would love you to be practicing trusting that each tape you complete is increasing your reputation in the entertainment industry, regardless of the result, so that you can get better at moving on more easily after every audition. So you put it up online and you trust, hey, this is out there in the world. If someone important is supposed to see it, they're going to see it and my reputation is going up. That's great. And if that's not the goal, that's not what happens with that tape, because, not necessarily about it being seen, but just, hey, I improved this skill. I practiced this skill. I therefore am improving my reputation in the business just as an actor by improving my skill set, by practicing. I would also love for you to be practicing daily mindfulness meditation so that you can calm your mind and your body and restore your energy. Because believe me, if you're going to do 16 tapes, because that's the number to hit, that's the goal that we aim for in Self-Tape May, 16 tapes takes a lot of energy. And you are going to need energy. And one of the ways that you can get energy is through that restorative process of mindfulness meditation. And I have a ton of mindfulness meditations for you scattered throughout my Substack. And I will be putting out more, I think, during Self-Tape May. And I'm also going to, I can link up some in the Substack article as well, so that you have easy peasy, handy dandy access to simple mindfulness meditations that you can use and that are pretty quick. And also, if you need one that you just need, like you don't want to listen to like a whole 5-minute or 10-minute thing, here's what I recommend that you do. you're going to count your breaths, your inhales and your exhales up to 10. You're going to count 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, 3 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is a really easy way to quickly lower your heart rate, access the present moment, find yourself here in this space, and then be ready to get into whatever it is that's going on in the scene. And finally, practicing mindfulness meditation daily is also going to help you feel present in your full actor life. It's going to help you feel more comfortable living and engaging in the life of an actor. You're going to become less reactive to things and more responsive, become more looking at things more kindly about yourself and about the industry, with more curiosity and compassion, and being able to ride the highs and lows of the actor roller coaster with calm, confident resilience instead of throwing up, which is really, really important. So mindfulness helps you restore your energy, calming your body, getting you present to do that actual tape. And then it also helps you in your bigger, wider, grander actor life in general. So these are really, really good things. So those are just a couple of ideas that you could put into place, things that you can be practicing during Self-Tape May, related to like your mindset and things. And now finally, I just want to launch us in some kind of inspiring way, kind of like a rallying cry or a coach locker room rah-rah speech type of thing. I want to launch us into Self-Tape May. And to do that, I have a quote from Martha Graham, the famed dancer, teacher, and choreographer. And I love this quote so much because it transcends dance. And it really speaks to art of all kinds, like literally any kind of artist or artistic life or creative life. It speaks to that. And it's honestly the perfect mindset to embody for Self-Tape May and for your entire actor life. So I'm going to go ahead and read this to you now. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium and it will be lost. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable, nor how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours, clearly and directly. Keep the channel open. You do not even have to believe in yourself or your work. You have to keep yourself open and aware to the urges that motivate you. Keep the channel open. No artist is pleased. There is no satisfaction whatever at any time. There is only a queer, divine dissatisfaction, a blessed unrest that keeps us marching and makes us more alive than the others. So happy Self-Tape May. I'm so excited to do this with you. If you're doing it, I'm doing it. I'm going to have more Self-Tape May content coming for you throughout May because I think it's just fun to be part of that community and talk about stuff. And actually, community is what we're going to talk about next week. So if you want to, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Amy Schloerb. You can figure out how to spell that through looking at anything from the internet, however you've accessed this material, my name is spelled correctly there, unless you're reading a transcript, because then it gets, kind of wonky. Anyway, you can follow me on Instagram at Amy Schloerb. That's where I'm going to be posting tapes. And you can see what fun self-tapes I'm bringing to the party. Spoiler alert, I'm doing all Hallmark scenes because I can and I love them and I think it's really fun stuff to explore. And so yeah, I'm going to do that. And I would love to follow you as well and cheer you on and see what you're doing and get inspired by you, because you're awesome and you're an actor and I love that about you. And I'm so excited to be part of your community and be with you and celebrate all actors and all of our awesomeness. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you found this content helpful or inspiring, I would be so honored if you would leave a comment or share it with your actor pals. That would really help me out, help more people find my Substack, and it'd be really great, and I would really, really appreciate it. So yes, take care until next time, and bye.